Okay. Oh my god. So, what are we gonna call this? Just a special, just a special treat, and I'll let you explain what we're doing.
Um,
Or you just
yeah.
want to straight up record it, and then we can add stuff in later, or
Oh, we can yeah, say it's a special.
welcome to Paranormal XL. As always, well, we always do awesome special things, but today's extra special. The date for today is November 8th, and it does mark the 4th anniversary of my Aunt Jane passing over. If you have listened since the beginning, then you know Aunt Jane. uh, but we're doing this. Mama Mary came over to record today, and she brought like lots of awesome prizes and props with her, and she couldn't figure out why. And then, well, you go ahead.
Well, I sat there all morning and doing my normal stuff, doing my meditation, and I just kept on channeling things, and it just wouldn't stop. And then I had the spirit portal here for our paranormal investigation, so we can connect with spirit. And I was told to bring that, and then I got the pendulum board that was made by Becky Black. It's
So
it's,
cute.
it's powerful. It is so cool, and I was told to bring that, and I didn't know really why. I just knew that for some reason we were supposed to open up and connect with spirit in some shape or form, and channel someone's energy for a message. And I wasn't really sure why. I just knew I was told to bring it, and I was like, well, I guess we're just gonna do it. And for some reason, I was supposed to tell you to record it. And then when I got here and you started talking, I'm like, oh,
It's all coming together
okay,
now.
that makes sense.
Because she brought extra stuff. I'm like, oh, you moving in? I was like,
So basically, what we're going to do is we are going to do a little ceremony that honors Aunt Jane, and hopefully she'll be able to come through. We have the spirit box going with it being recorded. Hopefully she comes through in some shape or form to connect with us. We're going to open up the portal and see. Yeah, and we might have other loved ones that come through too. I also had the pendulum because this is a pendulum board, so it'll answer questions for us too.
right.
And then we're just going to see where it goes. It's not something that I've ever done before, so we're just going to try it.
Okay.
Basically, what we want to do is we want to, once I open up that portal, I've got what I'm going to say here. Once we open up that portal, we want to spend a few moments pushing the energy up.
Okay.
And we need to set our intent of exactly what we're trying to connect with.
Okay.
Because it's not so much the device you're using, it's your intent. So it's important that we set our intent. So, you ready just to start?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Negative energy that invades my sacred space, I banish you with the light of my grace. You have no hold or power here, for I stand and face you with no fear. Be gone forever, for this I say, this is my sacred place, and you will obey. And now I'm gonna call to the archangels, and we're going to open up the spirit circle. Okay? With the strength and protection of Archangel Michael, I now invoke the primordial magic of the 5 spiritual forces. Apparatus, open, awaken the transmutation of darkness into light. With the protection of Archangel Raphael, I now invoke the magic of the 5 spiritual forces. Apparatus, open, awaken the transmutation of darkness into light. With protection of Archangel Uriel, I now invoke the primordial magic, the 5 spiritual forces. Apparatus, open, awaken the transmutation of darkness into light. With the protection of Archangel Gabriel, I now invoke the primordial magic of the 5 spiritual forces. Apparatus, open, awaken the transmutation of darkness into light. We set the intention to connect with the higher spiritual realms and to connect with loved ones that have crossed over. It is our intent to have only messages of the highest and greatest good come through. I ask my protectors and the guardians at the door to only allow those with high intent, love, and light in, and keep away all that have ill intent. I now block any and all negative energy. Okay, so now we're going to put our hands out here and we're just going to feel the energy build, okay? Get used to it. Can you feel it? I'm just going to keep pushing it up. Feel it get really cold.
Mm-hmm.
It's open. Oh, it's really cold. Okay, now we're going to push the portal open. We ask if there's any spirit here with messages to come through and speak up. Give us a sign. Give us a sign that you're here in some shape or form. And Jane, if you're here, make that candle flicker. The white candle that you just raised, please make it flicker. Please give us a sign. Thank you. A lot of times Spirit will connect with you and communicate with you through candles and the flame. It draws on that energy.
I was doing a little bit ago too. I actually just had that conversation with a gal that reached out. I told her to.
There's your confirmation. All right. Yeah, Jane, are you here? She brings your grandma with her, she says.
Which one? Beulah? Should be her mom, probably. Yeah. Oh, my grandma.
Oh. And a male energy that has something wrong with his ear. Like something was wrong. Maybe hard of hearing in the left ear because that hurts my head. No, he's just here. Maybe he's the guy you brought home with you. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. Are there any questions you want to ask?
Oh, does she watch over my mom? I really want her to, both of them.
That would be a yes.
My mom's a lot to handle sometimes, but she needs somebody to look over her. And to be with Dee Dee today.
Is there any other spirit here that wants to come through? Can you give us a name? Can you point to the first letter of your name? Can I get a T? Do you know anybody first letter T?
I don't think so.
I get like a Tiffany. Is your name start with a T? For it to start moving on its own. No. It says does it start with an S? Yes. Do you have any questions you want to ask? Candle's waiting.
I know. I never think of any when I put on
I know,
the spot.
isn't that funny? It's so hard. But I mean, wouldn't you like to know what it feels like on the other side? Does it feel blissful? Is it peaceful? Is it happy? Is it joy? Is the other side, like Sarah says it's going to be, is your own little piece of heaven? That would be a
I'm
yes.
never wrong.
See?
I'm just kidding. I bet she wants to drink wine with us.
Probably.
Oh, I wish my mom was here. Does she... The day that she left, you know, I want her. Does she know everybody that was there? Like,
So do you know all the people that were there when you crossed over? I would take that as a no. She was probably
like that state for probably already crossed.
Yeah, because a lot of times you've crossed over even before your body.
And that's where people say that they see the angels and know what heaven's like and whatnot because they're spiritually crossed over already.
Yes. Yeah. And just like when you have an out-of-body experience or when you come, close to death and people talk about the white tunnel and that's true. That's what we do. And, it is a very blissful feeling. And I think if most people knew how good it felt to cross over, you get people who, they wouldn't want to come back. Right. Now we got another one here. My dad comes through a lot. When he always comes through and talks to me. That's why sometimes I guess I don't mourn as much as other people would, only because I know I can still connect.
Right.
They're still there. When someone just crosses over, it takes them a little bit longer to come through because they got to build up that energy. But right. Once they've done their life review and they've seen their lessons and they're ready to connect because now they see the real picture, what it's all about, why we come here on earth and why love is the most important thing. That's what we come to, I think the reason we come back over and over again is to learn that our biggest lesson in life is to learn to love again.
Right.
and to know that love is everything, and to have enough strength to be able to forgive, forget, grow, heal your heart, and still love. Because the more we love, the more, the collective consciousness grows and expands, and the vibration gets bigger, and there's more peace and harmony, and we get to that fifth dimension of just peace, love, and happiness, and create our own heaven on earth. I think that's our biggest lesson. Spirit's never gone. It's just right here.
Right.
Just open up and listen.
I do have a question.
Yeah. There you go. Go ahead.
Aunt Jane, was you there that day in the car with the picture that Mom carries of you when it really freaked her out?
Can you make the candle flicker if that's a yes? Were you there with her? Or are you always there with her? Thank you.
So you're welcome. She was very polite. Yeah, I just can't think of any. Just a little emotional right now.
Oh, that's all right. Like, it's good to know that they're still there, to have validation that they're there, and that they're so easy to connect with. If we open up to getting past what it might look like, but really getting down to connecting with spirit and love. And you can feel that there's lots of spirit here because it's so cold.
And
it's freezing.
And I was like sweating when we first started.
Hot before we started. And all of our loved ones are here.
My grandpa and grandma Bassett.
Yep, he's here.
Grandpa.
That's why I have the white and the black is the male energy and the female energy.
Right.
That's the kind of, and this would be good to do when we go on investigations.
Oh, for sure.
To sit and have this kind of session too, because it's a good way to raise the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And to truly connect with spirit, to let them know that we honor them, and that we know they're not gone, and that we recognize that they're always with us, taking care of us, helping us make, life and death decisions every day that we don't even realize that we're making, because they're coming through and saying, no, turn left, turn right.
Right.
Or, following you and making sure that you're safe.
Right.
Like my grandma Miller, I know she watches over JJ and she keeps him safe. They're never gone. I think that's like the biggest thing to always know is you can always talk to them, and if you can tap in just enough, you can feel their energy. And that's cool.
It is super cool.
That's what it's all about.
I wish Destiny could have been here for this.
I know it's kind of a whim thing, but
definitely was. Something was telling you.
No, it was funny because I started channeling all of this. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm bringing it. Because I don't get this thing out very often because of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you literally have to wrap it up and hide it.
Yeah.
But when I got here and you told me that, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Now I know who I was channeling. Aunt Jane, she wanted to come through. She wanted to talk. She wanted to know it's time.
The day to do so. 4 years today. It was a hard day. But with that being said, I remember going in her room right after she had passed, and there's like 20, 25 people in there. I'll stand in a circle around her, but there was Dee Dee and Melissa standing over here. I walked to my cousin Jenny. I looked to my right where Aunt Jane was laying. And all I saw was parts of Aunt Jane's body, but Dee Dee on one side, Melissa on the other, over top of her, kind of like what I envisioned was angel wings when she was being taken, and her wings are her daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And
Aww.
And I'll never forget that vision of what I felt that day. Like it was very intense because she was she was the monarch of the family. She took Grandma's role after Grandma had passed, which on the highest side, family is very tight knit. Always will be. Nothing will ever come between them, and she made sure that kept going like that. And even when her physically gone, they still remain that way for the most part.
Well, too, and you know, when someone is taken, or it feels like they're taken because of cancer
Yes.
or something else, it's more of a struggle.
Yeah.
You think more about all the stuff that probably you could have been doing but didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
It's always that loss. But thinking of terms where you can still every time you have a family moment, she's there. You know, they're always there with us,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Christmases, Thanksgivings, they're there. You just can't see them,
Right.
but you can tap into their energy. You could light candles and see who comes through. That'd be kind of a fun tradition to start.
What?
Is like a white and black
You
candle.
see. And I also want to know, Aunt Jane, are you getting plenty of olive burgers? Because I know they're your favorite as long. They're mine too. We ran and got her one when she was in the hospital, and they were letting her have whatever she wanted. I want an olive burger from Checkers.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. I said she was so worried days up before she was unable to communicate with us. She was still worried about everybody else. I know my mom, everybody got hard on my mom because she didn't go down there, but Mom would go down and see her every morning when she got home from work and lay with her and cry with her. My mom's a very private person when it comes to her emotion.
Well,
and that's one thing, because
I'm like that.
She's like, I just can't, because I don't want to remember her that way. And I totally respect that, because she was like, that's how I remember Mom, and I don't want to remember Mom that way. I remember the good times and stuff. So she did get her chance to make peace with it her own way and not in front of everybody. She just loves you a lot, Aunt Jane, and misses you so much. And I feel that, being an empath that I am, I feel that every day. And when she has her moments all the time, people look at her like she's crazy. That's the one thing I'll stand by my mom's side with, is that she's not crazy. She needs to have those moments, but I want you to be there with her, Aunt Jane, when she has those moments. If you could, please. I was not expecting this today. We were supposed to be recording Jack the Ripper.
We're getting there next. Okay, so are we ready to close?
We are.
All right. I command this portal, and I hold its power. And I now send all energy that has come through back to where it came from. Guides, angels, ascended masters, Archangel Michael, protector, I ask you to guide the energies back through with the greatest love and light. Thank you for the connection, and thank you for the messages. And I ask that you help me seal this portal. As I seal the portal with protection, know that all energy is commanded to be gone, and you will not be allowed to come back through this portal unless I give permission. With the power of 3x3, because I will it, so mote it be. Know that all portals have been closed. And goodbye. What? We got wine.
Oh.
There you go. We got a toast.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty intense.